Good morning, everyone. In a sister no call life, Nah lie, the devil is a liar. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. Please tag, share, invite someone because today's topic is about men. Yes, men. You know, a lot of men will say, Sister Joy, you don't usually talk about us. Augusta, I apologize if you're in your office. I guess this topic is very important. Just put your earpiece and listen. When I don't mind say, I do am in the morning. The way the spirit they lead me. I wasn't really planning this topic today, but based on the fact that a man asked this question, was it on the live video from Benin party that we hosted, the end of the year party. And I'm sure some other men would want to know about it. Though I explained to the man on the Zoom. Some of you were not in the Zoom. You didn't get the link. So that's the reason why I'm coming here again to explain, to talk about this prostrate issue. Some of you would have already seen the tea we sell for prostrate, and you still ask, Mr. Joy, this prostrate tea they sell, what we will take and do now? Now today, we'll talk. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm so happy that some people are getting notification. Please, if you get notified, tag your friend that is not notified, all right? This morning, I just wake up. I wake up, but I still in a floating mood, like, I'm fine. So, let's start. Some of you that just joined would ask, what is today's topic? What we'll be talking about technically is prostrate in men, which means we're going to explain what that prostrate it is and how we can result to cancer, or it can be cancerous, which I don't have tea for cancer. I don't get it for her. But there are things you can do as a man to limit yourself from getting it. Now, if you're a man that is like 50 years old, from your 40s to your 50, this is important, something you have to check. Like, it's something you have to get notice of. Because as much as prostrate cannot be cancerous, it can also affect your fertility. So if you've been married, maybe say you just marry. You know, some men don't get married on time. They get married at 40s, at 50s. If you just got married and you and your wife, you're trying to conceive. Maybe your wife is at the age of 40. You know, at this age that she is, her eggs are already reduced. And you as the man, if your own can't even worse, you give her what? Long time to probably end up doing IVF. Now, what is prostrate? Prostrate is like a gland, prostrate gland. It be like this rope where they connected to where your pee day as a man, which means where you pee. You know, normally if you pee, it's not the same pipe that is connected to where your sperm is. Where your sperm will come out from is different. Where your pee will come out from is different. Forget say man, only one who it is. For women, we have two. All right, where you menstruate from is not where you pee from. So you understand. But for a man, it can be just one physical one, but there are two holes in it. Now, that same gland is the thing that would release fluid to mix your sperm. You know, when men are on the mood, you're doing this foul play. You there on the, you know, Jeremy, your wife touch you, your body don't they move, movie. When you're having this, there is this fluid you release during this process, which is not technically sperm, is like this fluid coming from this gland. And some men end up not having them as time goes on, which means as much as they go older, this fluid, they come outside. No matter how you touch your husband, you go do. You don't see anything. If you be that kind woman, maybe say you don't date before, you had previous men in your life when you were younger, you notice that when you touch them, a young guy, the boxer, you never do nothing, but boxer don't wet. But for some men, as they old, they happen. Now, why does it happen like this? It's because some men end up having what they call enlarged prostrate, which means this gland itself will come, they big, they increase inside. They be like balloon, pressing every other places, pressing the pipe of your urine, pressing the pipe of your sperm. So, and I see the reason why I thought say having a healthy prostrate is good. Now, as this thing they increase, if you know watch them, say you know watch them, you overlook them. which there are some symptoms they will give you. I'm going to mention some of the symptoms today. I'm going to mention them and then I'm going to explain to you now how you go to manager. If you don't watch them, it can end up becoming cancerous. It can end up becoming what? Cancerous. So what are the symptoms you need to watch as a man? You know, these symptoms I'm going to mention, even if you're a man in your 30s, you got to start checking it out. Watch it. You know, see, if you be saying that's something where you know really they think about, which you know they put your mind at it because it's not something that gives you pain or discomfort. But with these symptoms I'm about to mention, uncle, start to put your mind for inside. And if you're a woman or your dad is still alive, you have a father, your father is like 60 years old or so, ask him about this symptom. Because some men, they are old men, our old fathers, the way they pass through these things. You know, based on say our fathers, they know a bit talk. They just like say, I don't feel fine. No, my body know they do me well. My body know they do me. Based on the fact that they don't explain to their daughters this kind of situation, they might even have it and you would never know. You will never know. So what are the symptoms you get? Now, I'm going to mention some things there. Where we say, as you're a man, they take if it happen to you. If you notice that you always go to pee and you feel like your bladder is never empty, which means you enter toilet, so you do, you stop. You push again, something come outside, you stop. You push again, something come outside. You ask yourself, this pee says, no, they don't finish. This pee not they finish. Just because I said it's no quick finish, you wear your trousers, I say, I beg, make it go like that. But inside you, you still feel as if you need to empty it. Take that one. If that one they happen to you, that one are one symptom. Another one, if you they go pee more than 2-3 times in the night. As a man, if you wake up in the middle of the night to ease, like to pee, make I even use pidgin talk and make everybody understand. If you they wake up, they pee more than 2-3 times in the night as a man, or maybe you find out that your father is having this kind of problem, it means that they're having problem with enlarged prostate. And also some people, now this one I'm going to strain on it a little bit. When you pee and you find blood in your urine, a little bit of blood in your urine as a man, some men might think it's gonorrhea, it's a STI, it's infection. You know, these things no be infection. No be all pee with urine be gonorrhea. If you know say you know they strain yourself, like you know they feel pain while doing this, but it still come out, it's a symptom that your prostate is being enlarged. Some women might not take this symptom seriously because your husband never talk. They don't talk this kind of part with you. I know women. Women. Okay, good topic was truly taught in church yesterday. If the teacher for your church yesterday and I repeat them and see, do something to your father, if he's still alive, it's just, you know, how will I put it? It's just like a reminder of something, giving you notification to, you know, do something. Now, this last symptom is the one whereby you get this urgency. Now, this thing can even affect men when they end up having, you know, they say erectile dysfunction. Men when they suffer from erectile dysfunction, you got to go and check your prostate. Your thing cannot be standing when it wants, or don't stand when it's supposed to go inside the main zone. Some people, you know, they will stand. I'm not talking about when you stand in the morning, though, because some men will wake up in the morning and they think they stand it. That's not it. It's normal for a man to wake up in the morning and, you know, the machine gun. I'm sorry, guys, I'm going to use so many slangs in covering this thing because I don't want them to ban my video. All right. So, the machine gun will stand. It's fine. There is nothing wrong with you. But what I'm trying to say is that when the foul play is about to start and you are not feeling anything, it's not moving. But when you are peeing or when you do toilet, the thing will just stand by itself without you thinking of nothing. It's one of the symptoms. You need to check it out. And the simple things where you say you stay treat this thing for hours before you go enter cancer. It's just simple. Food. And I say this food. I want to use an example. You know, fermented food. When I say fermented food, I'm trying to get an example for fermented food that we have in Africa. I think kunu is fermented. Kunu, yeah, kunu. I think that now corn will be said don't find it's a fermented corn. So kunu is a good thing to drink for prostrate. That's a good example. Pap too is fermented. Pap is also a good one to drink. You know, men, if you use pap, they take them in the morning. I love Hausa men and Yoruba men when they do these two parts, when they take this thing. In Hausa, you see them drinking kunu in the morning. Hot kunu. You will feel like saying, what are these people drinking? They might not even know the nutritional benefits of what they are taking, but actually it helps men a lot. The same thing with pap. You see men, when they see person carry ogi, pap for head like this, you see them stopping them, give me ogi. That thing helps because they are fermented. They help with prostrate. They will help you. Anything that is fermented would help. You don't need to actually, how will I put it? I want to put it in a way that you guys would. You don't need to go and buy anything from the store. All these are local things go help. Another thing will go help. Now soy. You know the soy drink would help. Soya drink. Soya beans. We got soya beans. Yes, soya beans. It would help. Just take it and it would help. Now, another thing you want to do is try to increase their intake of vegetable. That's why I always preach it to everyone. Say, if you're trying to take care of yourself, don't watch yourself alone. If you're a woman and you're trying to get pregnant, don't watch yourself alone. Forget the fact that your husband or family members are telling you you are the one at fault. Yeah, you are the one with the problem. I have seen so many marriages, years of waiting. After pointing so many fingers on the woman, it ends up that the man is the wahala. Why? Because you as the women, you go around, you use things, you try to learn, you try to teach yourself new things that you can use in supporting yourself to get pregnant. But for a man, nothing. For a man, nothing. That's why you need to start giving them, things that will support their system. You are taking Juice Plus as a woman, give your husband. Not only you get hormone, not only you get problem with their vitamins. Even a man has. I think I've explained one time saying that the only thing that differentiates is the sex organ from a man and a woman. Like when it comes to fertility, is just the shape. One open, one long. Shikena. You see, hormone, where man get, a woman get that. A man has testosterone, a woman has it. A man has FSH, a woman has it. A man has vitamin D, a woman has it. A man has vitamin B, a woman has it. A man has prolactin, a woman has it. A man has thyroid, a woman has it. So what are we talking about? This urethra we are talking about the PP, a man has it, a woman has it. So if you're taking care of yourself, you take care of your husband. If you're taking care of your mother, you take care of your father. Because forget the fact that your father is a man. More no say men said they will break their bone. No. And the minute they get to that 60 years, all the work they've been working for their entire life, they will start feeling it. They will start feeling it. Now God's grace is on them based on the things they've been eating all this while. During our father's time, they eat all these herbs, spices. Now we be saying, reach our tongue, we start to eat everything we make of flour. Everything produced from flour is on our, is on our system. Is what we eat right now. Everything bottled, floured, things that can relieve your stress, non-cooked, are things that we women actually devour now. Even men, we devour it and we don't caution ourselves alone. We also dip our husbands into it. You are eating provision. You're the honey, let's cook rice. I'll cook rice this afternoon. I'll fry stew with granite oil. You chop and you give your husband. In the evening, honey, should we eat pounded yam? You're doing as if you are, what shocked me most is how some women present it. You think you're taking care of him, but in one side, you're damaging him. I'm telling you. I'll give you guys an example. When I met my husband had problems. He had this family sickness of intestine infection and high blood pressure. Like in a family something. And it's been on him since, even before I meet him. Now, he's supposed to go for operation to remove part of his intestine, which when this part of your intestine is being infected, you're supposed to cut it off, and it's just a minor procedure anyway. But they're supposed to remove that part of the intestine, and then he would heal, join the other ones together. I don't agree. I got to understand something with my husband's problem, that what he eats, it's what make it chronic. What he eats, it's what make him feel inflammation and pain. What he eats would either make him have long term and don't go through this. I start doing dieting. I start to do diets. There are so many things my husband cannot eat, including greens. As he cannot eat salad. He cannot eat anything with seed tomato. So if I'm doing tomato for him, I have to carefully remove the skin and the seed. If I'm doing salad, I have to pick other kind of salad, like carrots, mixed with other things, but without seed or skin. So you get my point. Whatever your husband has, whatever he would have, it has to do from the food you're giving him. Now, from the food what you give him. If you want to make it stay long, now for your food. You know, make her sickness, now for your food. As you're taking care of yourself as a woman, see, do what? Take care of yourself. Take care of him as a man. Because now what you do it in your job. So as we're moving on, I just want to explain the tease that I brought out, okay? So for those people who already saw the tease for the prostrate, now this one is not to treat enlarged prostrate. Let me just give you guys make I give in now. Make I explain now. You don't need to get prostrate problem before you go use this tea as a man. That's just what I'm trying to pinpoint here. Do not wait for your husband to have prostrate problem before you give him this tea. This tea is called healthy organ prostrate, which means to put the prostrate in place, to put it how it's supposed to be. You're not feeding him things that contains green. It's here. This tea has been poured inside. That's things that comes from beans, like the skin of beans inside. It's inside. Contain protein, natural protein inside. Do not wait for him to have it. If you not say you they get tea for yourself, because I know some women have gotten more than 3, 4, 5, 6 tea from me. I thank you now for buying, and I'm so grateful that a lot of you are getting your testimony. Because anybody will test them, you must see testimony. I'm happy for that. But have you ever bought anyone for your husband? Question mark. You don't buy one for the man. You're trying to get pregnant. Have you gotten for him? Did you even remember that it is his sperm here that is the most important thing? If there is one enlarged gland, enlarged pipe blocking a place where sperm is supposed to pass through, the thing go there. Your husband gets sperm, but it's not coming out. This is why a lot of women end up going for IVF, This is why a lot of women end up going for IVF. They will tell you, your husband has sperm. There is sperm, but we have to go and inject it out. Your husband has to go through a procedure whereby they have to just remove the sperm from him. Why? Because it's not coming out. Enlarged prostrate will press it in. I don't know how to. If you say I feel open my head, do a movie and show you guys, I would have even loved to post a video of how a prostrate gland look like, but I think Facebook will ban me for that because they don't allow these things. So many medical videos I post, they don't allow it. So I hope the explanation is enough. Now, before you give your husband this enlarged prostrate, make sure you give him things to detox his system. Remember, detoxification first comes before any other kind of tea. You detox your system, you remove all the toxins, all those yama you don't chop first. I know some women already bought this. Did you give it to your husband? When you buy this tea from me, you give your husband. Abi, you just sit down there, they saying, God, I need intervention. I need you to bless me with a child. You they shop alone. You are treating yourself alone and not thinking about his part. For all of you that still have it in the house, go and give it to your husband. Let him detox himself. Let me give you just one quick example of how toxic can affect a man. Now, a lot of men work in factory, especially men in Europe here. Most of the men I know, our husbands, works in factory. Let me tell you something. It's not a bad thing, no. Not a bad thing. Now, the way we take they survive, abroad life no easy. At the time now, it's one of the stressful things. But now the way we take they survive, they send money home. Now, some of these factories, some of the things they do are chemical. Forget the fact that they have to wear masks. You know, they put masks on their nose, trying to protect themselves from inhaling those toxic. They still go anyway. Some people mistakenly don't even wash their hand, they put it in their mouth and they still eat them. Some people work in places where they do aluminium, whereby we know little tiny spray of it like this, inhale into your nose. Is a problem. But they still do it. They come home, destroyed, tired, without knowing what is wrong with them. Just because your temperature is not high, nothing is wrong with you. Destroyed. Man go there. Young man in his 30s, go look like 50. Why? Because of a lot of so many toxic inside their body. They don't storm. Go old past their own system. When they gather all this thing, one day go, yes, a man just fall for granted. A healthy man, though. There's nothing wrong with him, oh. He was not sick, he was nothing. Body, they gather. Your nose, no matter how we try to filter it, it will not filter all the toxic. Our body, we are still not eating well. They're still full of yama yama. Some of the vegetables, some people they buy from markets, they don't use chemical, they do one. So tell me, why won't you detox? Why won't you detox your husband? You think you're the only one that is eating your rubbish? You think you're the only one with a problem? Most of you self in a day housewife. Oh. Some women are full-time housewife. And then their husband, they go take all the toxic. You are there treating infection continual infection, treating. He's not going. You ask yourself, why? Why will he go? In fact, why will your husband own go for your own to go away? Why? When there is still toxin in his body. You already detox yourself, you're free, but his own is still there. Auntie, you know, I come to think of it, I get shocked when some women send me message saying, Sister Joy, I've been trying to get pregnant though. It's not working though. I have used this, and then I ask, your husband? What's your husband don't use? Nothing, no. He said nothing is wrong with him. All right, I get the point that nothing is wrong with him, but what have you supported him to use? That is the question. Now, when a woman give man eat, now he go eat. Now, when a woman give man drink, now he drink. Some men not even tell you now what they want chop. Now, when you cook for her, now he go chop. What have you supported him with? In fact, I don't talk my own. They say a word is enough for the wise. Who gets sense? Make him learn. Also remember what? To buy it for your father. Get them for your papa. As they carry Christmas things, they go house. Carry only these two things. Join her. See, there's one prayer where every prayer they pray. And that is, I pray to eat the fruit of my labor. I pray to stay alive and enjoy my labor. And that is the same prayer you as a child, you're praying. That your parents will stay alive to enjoy their labor. Now tell me, if you're there buying them clothes, buying everything, why you know those clothes, they will not even wear it more than once in their life. And then they will put it on that day. Or maybe it will become rag. Why not Kukuma give them something to stay healthy? It is as easy as this. To make ourselves, hard. We know they say they need to chew menstruation or do this. No. You just need to do what? Take one spoon, put it in a cup, and make it, and then they drink. I want to do it as a challenge, I'm going to do this thing as a challenge because I need our old people, mature people to start being taken care of. There's something I still feel guilty and not happy about till date. And that is, I never had a chance to take care of my grandmother. She died when I didn't have the money or the resources to help her. And I still regret it because now that woman take care of me. Now that woman breastfeed me. Now that woman make me know all these things why they can't sell for her today. Now that woman make me even get interest of saying they help person, they get belly. And I never, ever, I never gave her. As in, she never enjoyed the fruit of her labor. So if you all see they are alive, thank God me you treat them well. Give them what they need. No be clot. No be clot. So I hope that's explainable. I hope that one. I don't just explain small thing. I see small question when I fit take because I get class today. I have class in the next 30 minutes. I have to go for lectures. Today is Monday. Oh, God, now I know it's you, my people. School, work, children. It's not funny. But anyway, we're going to do this. Let's see. I saw one question of someone asking me about fibroid and using lemon, orange, and ginger on, I don't know how many centimeters, 1 or 2 centimeters. Now, when I talk, I see that question. Please, if you're the person who dropped me that question, can you please just resend it to me? Oh, let me see if I can find it. Yes, I found it. Please, can blood orange and green tea shrink 4 cm fibroid? Now, blood orange and green tea would work, but another thing I would advise you to add is lemon, orange, and ginger tea. All right, 4 cm is quite big. It's a huge fibroid, and before shrinking it, you have to go for hormone profile test. Okay. Remember, the reason why you have fibroid is because your hormones are balanced. It's not because you have fibroid, that's why your hormones are balanced. See, I need to do it in this mathematics so women understand. So you now understand. Because some women come to me and think, if they come and tell me the size of the fibroid, then I'll disappear it. No. Your fibroid starts because your hormones were imbalanced. For you to shrink it, you have to balance the hormone. It's like a philosophy. Your fibroid is not the cause of your hormone imbalance. Rather, your hormone imbalance is the cause of your fibroid. You understand? So you don't need to shrink fibroid to balance hormone. Rather, you need to balance hormone to shrink fibroid. Now, mathematics, I want lecture when I really go through, and then I decide to do like a... my book also come out, so I did a philosophy out of it. Like it's for you to do these things, you just need to know what point to what point, 1 point to 1 point to start from, like to end, start and end, start and end. All right. So balance the hormone for shrinking the fibroid. I'll try to talk with that. Let's see. Oh, this question is half. How can one shrink a large prostrate? The person is already using pipe. Already, we don't... Hang on. Let me see if I can get the full question. Because what I got there is half and it's not good. Hang on then. Wow. How am I going to get... Guys, hang on. Let's see. Oh, it's not possible to have... I can't get the full questions. But for the enlarged prostrate, you can actually go... if you've not listened to what I said before about things that you can use... This one, I can't see the questions though. It's just too hard. Now, about things you can use, about fermented food, you can use that, you can use the tease, you can use everything. But I wanted to understand what pipe, The person is already using pipe already. We don't, that part I don't get. And I don't know how I want to get them. You know what? When the video finish, I'll try to look for your comments fast for my lecture start. My lecture starts in 25 minutes. Now, I'll try to see if I can type a response to you to see the full question. But if it's just about the large prostrate, follow what I just taught this morning. And let that fermented food be one of the best things that you give. All right? Like, it's important. Yeah. I can't wish my enemy to have it. My dad has it. I know the pain we pass through if it's hard. I know. Especially the shocking thing is this. Most of our dad would never tell us. If you be woman picking mostly, you don't even know, say something like this that happened to them. Especially if probably your mom is not alive anymore and you only have your dad. We have to change that mentality in Africa of fathers not having relationship with their daughters. It's something we need to change. That's something we say, I tell my husband about. You have to try to have a relationship with your girls. Forget say me, I be the mother. Yes, I'm supposed to have a relationship with them. But at least they need to be able to open up to you. Or you need to be able to open up to them. You understand? That's in it, guy. my dad, I never had a relationship with my father. Like, we don't even talk. I think I saw my dad 2 times in my entire life. Not my stepfather, my real father. 2 times in my entire life of living till now. So you can imagine. When you come reach the time of treatment, now we go still do it. They run up and down. My papa is sick. My papa is sick. My papa is sick. If you can't be housewife, you don't get money, you don't get income. It becomes worse because you have to ask from your husband. A lot of people will borrow, go on depression, borrow, thinkness, down oneself, and you're trying to get pregnant. It's not easy. I know. It is easy. It is well. All right, now let's see. Next question. Yeah. Prostate is a terrible thing to experience because my father went through that pain before he passed on. Oh, so sorry for your loss there. I know. What about those that take fluid a lot? Does it mean urinating more than 3 times at night? It's unhealthy. All right, now if you're taking fluid a lot, now there's something about your prostate that you don't know is that it helps you, it will help you hold your pee. Make a put them very easy. No matter how pee they hold you as an adult, you will not say you feel control yourself until you find where do it in release them. But most of these people will get this prostate, you see, they don't feel hold yourself. Like you can't. You just can't hold it. As you see them, as they come, you they go pee. And still, person you they pee, they finish. If you're the person taking fluid, which means you're drinking continuous water, you drink frequent water, it's not a problem. When you go to pee, you finish the urine, you stand up, and that is it. But these people, bless you, no come up for toilet. You go there toilet, you go stay another 20 minutes again, you go stay again, I hope I explained it. And I'm going to make me use all the explanation I get for this life. But it's well. Let's see. Next question. I have to be checking the time, guys. All right, we still have time. That's 10 minutes gone. Still have time. Small time. I have to call someone. Which people they say they never buy? If you never buy, okay, how can we get your product? I'm going to repost the distributor's number. There is a distributor number pinned on the page, all right? If you just enter the page like you just enter, you will see one number with a pin. It's a new updated number with a yellow pinned there. But don't worry, I'm going to reshare it again so you guys can get it. Yes, I did. I gave my husband the DPO mix. Yeah, that's perfect. How much is the tea? All right, now this one in Naira, the pure mix in Naira is 12K, which is 10 euro, and this is 14K, which is 24 euro. 24 euro. All right, so that's it. Can my husband take the positive mood tea? Oh yes, your husband can take it because positive mood, like I said, is for hormones, and men have hormones, women have hormones. Let's see. Okay, let me see. I got this question. Sister Joy, I've been unable to get this till cedar, raspberry, elderberry, nettle, and blood orange. Called like 5 distributors. They said is not in their carton. All right, which state are you? It depends. If you know you're calling around your state, you maybe call another state. All right. Wait, who is this? Oh, is she the one writing Ogwashuku? Is she the same person who said Ogwashuku? Or maybe. Okay, if you're in Ogwashuku, you have to either call Bini or Abraka. Abraka would have it. Ogwashuku, okay. Ogwashuku is close to Asaba. That's it. Thanks for this class, but my dad has gone for surgery. Do I need it for him? Oh yes, you need it for him. Just because he did surgery on it does not mean it will not happen again. Especially that one of eating. Please make sure you watch what he's eating this period. All right, so this problem would not repeat itself. All right. What can I use for cysts that always come up when ovulating? Blueberry ginger. Serious, I just make sure. Now, before you use your blueberry ginger, make sure you detox. The pure mix first, blueberry ginger. You know, it's very weird why some people are not taking blueberry ginger after their period. It's very important for you to take it, especially for those people suffering from cysts, suffering from fibroid. You got to take it because ginger helps for inflammation, for pain. And so many women who end up having cysts in their during their ovulation is because the egg, instead of have to break, it just form. They big. Some I know can't even release. Some of you now can end up not even having your menstruation on time. So use blueberry ginger. Yes, blueberry ginger. The pure mix first, then blueberry ginger. All right. Can they still use the millet corn? Yes, you can use the corn. Now, fermented food I mentioned are food you are to use, all right? It's not like a total treatment. Why using these teas? Why using this teas? You then use the fermented. You know, a lot of people don't take breakfast. A lot of men don't take breakfast. I think I've strained on this thing a lot. I've warned a lot of women, say, don't let your husband go to work without taking something in his stomach. Koda is not good. It's for your own good. Anything I'm talking here today is not for me to get pregnant, because I have had 3. If I don't want pregnancy, then I'm done. But for you and for your husband to have joy in your home, never leave your husband go out without eating. Some men don't eat safe. You know, and then they go and they take all those yama from us and still come back. You can use this millet. What is this? Kunu. Kunu. How do Hausa call it? Kunu what? There's the other name they call it. I'm sorry, I'm not Hausa. I'm not. I don't know how to speak Hausa very well. But you can take kunu in the morning. You can give him kunu in the morning. Or you can give him pap, ogi, in the morning. You know, you do the ogi, you add a little bit of milk. You can add just tiny honey just to, you know, give it a little bit of sweetness. But if your husband don't like it, it's even good, more better that way. Add a little bit of milk, give it to him. You can add, you know, do other things at the side. Do fried egg for corner. Make sense, die. Good protein, kick it in the yash in the morning. Or if your husband they chop this thing every time, you will notice even your own body go different. You go feel for his system. The kind of energy he will get in the morning will be totally different from how he used to go to work for. Okay, all this question, I missed them all. My dad and I are like boyfriend and girlfriend. We gossip, gist, and talk a lot. Thank God for that. That's great, my sister. I envy you for that too. I never had father-daughter relationship. Never experienced it. I don't even know how I be. Now my mom is like my best friend, you know. When we talk, if we stand, you wouldn't even know that she gave birth to me. So, good morning, Sister Joy. Can someone with hyprolactin still use the flaxseed, chai seed, and sunflower seed to balance the hormone? I heard that sunflower increase prolactin level. So you are doing it wrongly. I never thought of prolactin, someone using flaxseed. I thought about parsley, sage, and juice plus omega. So you go and watch the video. Boosting, balancing prolactin, you have to use different things. If you're using flaxseed, sage, flaxseed, pumpkin seed, sunflower seed, and sesame seed, which means you're trying to balance your progesterone estradiol. Can do like Camilla with the name. Okay, guys, 2-3 more questions and that's it. All right. Because I have to go for lectures now. How can one have a pre-knowledge about prostate enlargement? Okay, so I guess maybe you just joined. I would advise that you go back through the video when I was explaining some symptoms that's very, very common that a lot of men would have, and you have to watch it, which means there are things that most men don't even take note of. But there are symptoms for prostate, all right? Like when the prostate is enlarged or you're having problem with it. Okay, so I advise that you just go back to the video while I just take a new question. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Now let's see. Sister Joy, what can someone use for swollen fallopian tube that is causing back and wrist? First of all, if your tubes are swollen, you have to find out why. Did you just have missed ectopic pregnancy or what? Because if you just had something like ectopic pregnancy, I would advise you to relax first. Don't jump in using anything or jump in trying to fix it. But if it's not ectopic pregnancy, if they tell you the tubes were blocked or you have problem, I advise that you use Usina mix. Usina mix helps with that. You have no idea. As they help with PID way they tube, you have no idea what you can do. Try Usina mix, but please, if it's ectopic pregnancy, don't use it. I beg you in the name of God. Don't. Just give yourself a break, like 3 months, 6 months, and then go back to check. One more question, and then we go. Which question I go take? Sister Joy, it's 4 days after my period and I'm feeling some small pain at my lower abdomen on the right. What could be the cause? Ovulation. Count how many days cycle you have and test yourself for ovulation, because there's chances that you might be ovulating. How can one pay for consultation? Send a message to the WhatsApp number you see there. There is an automatic message. I'll come to you and tell you the process. Now, mind you, I am already booked from now to January. I think I'm free from 10th of January. In fact, it is well. But the available spot right now is from 10th of January. So when you send me a message, the notification will come to you. Thank you so much, everyone. I apologize for jumping off like this, but I have lectures. I told you guys I went back to school. Yes, sir. Man became got to get a master's. It's going to be great. We'll add master's on top too. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. And thanks for those people who sent star. I would have loved to call your name, but I'm so sorry. I just have a few minutes and I have to go and get ready. For those people who probably would watch this later, I would just advise that you join us every day, Monday to Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. here on Facebook, on this page. And remember also, your teas, we got to get them. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day ahead and bye.